Welcome, and thank you for joining Burbank on Parade today. Get some good photos.
Of course, led by Bonnie Burrows there. Everyone remembers Bonnie from a long-standing career with the Burbank Leader. If you saw Image in the Burbank Leader
It
for
was hers,
years and
absolutely.
years, it was Bonnie.
And we're welcoming today a brand new first-time sponsor for Burbank on Parade, and that is Woodbury University. First time, what a great, great, great asset they are in our community. Just outside Burbank city limits, but they call Burbank home. So we are very grateful for all that Woodbury does. They really are a part of the Burbank community. And today, stepping up is a first-time sponsor for Burbank on Parade. So I can understand that, David. This is, of course, been the only place I've ever lived in my life, but I wouldn't live any other place. Whoa, we have a big one on the horizon, don't we? And we got people scrambling.
That's the Bob Hope Airport fire truck. And they're not putting out fires, but you know what they are doing?
They're having fun.
They're having a lot of fun.
And adding a little wetness to the parade. Every year, the Bob Hope Airport is represented by this incredible vehicle that shoots water, of course.
You know, that thing holds 1,500 gallons of water. I mean, how is that possible? It's amazing. It also has the capacity to hold 200 gallons of foam and 500 pounds of a product called Halitron. And that is what is used to fight aircraft fuel fires.
And of course, that's very necessary and a precaution that they have to take at the airport. But how great that once a year it gets to come out in the community and spread good cheer and joy just in the form of good old-fashioned water. There's nothing like it. And of course, up on top, we have members of our airport commission. I notice they're not getting wet. Oh my! And if they squirt us, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that. But our airport commissioners are Sue Georgino, Don Brown, and Bill Wiggins, and they are riding on top of the vehicle. They work very hard to represent the city of Burbank in this Tri-City venture. We've got a lot of wet parade people, and I hope there's no slipping and sliding by the rest of our participants.
Very funny. You know, most people in the city of Burbank do know. For the benefit of those who do not, our three airport commissioners represent our community. The cities of Pasadena and Glendale also have three commissioners apiece that represent their communities. And our three airport commissioners all have very interesting backgrounds. Don Brown, of course, was a longtime member of the Burbank Police Department. Sue Georgino, who headed up our community development department for many years. And of course, Commissioner Bill Wiggins. Bill had served on the council for many years and also served as the mayor of the city of Burbank for 3 terms.
Welcome. You guys are the hit of the parade. You do know that, don't you? But if you squirt us, we're cutting you from the film. I'm just saying.
Also riding with them is Dan Fager, who is the executive director of the Bob Hope Airport.
On the horizon, we have
the Historical Society.
The Historical Society, and they participate every year, and aren't we blessed that we've got these dedicated folks who preserve the history, celebrate the history of our rich community, which, as we all know, is over 100 years old. And if you haven't been down to the Gordon Howard Museum and seen some of our history, you owe it to yourself to get down there. And I know it's open every Sunday and by appointment, and you'll not only see these wonderful treasures, but many, many more things. And as we talk about today in the movies, there's a lot of our movie history on display down at the Gordon Howard Museum, and it's worth your time to get there.
Every city has those very special people who do something special for their community here. Mary Jane Strickland, Harry Strickland have been such a vital and important role in the city of Burbank to make sure that Burbank's history has been documented properly through the Historical Society.
And they do this as all volunteer work and get donations to keep that happening, so we're thrilled.
Hey Hall, Hodges and Associates, another proud sponsor of the parade today. The really nice thing about this is Hall, Hodges and Associates are a brand new sponsor. That is always a wonderful thing. You know, Mary, nothing thrills the hearts of the committee members more than having the people who have been with them right from the very beginning and are always there every year to make this work. But it's always wonderful too to have new businesses come in and sponsor.
Well, and I think, David, we have to be mindful that as the city has had to make some cuts, other people in the communities have had to step forward or the parade would not be able to go on. So a big shout out to all the sponsors today, but as you mentioned, Hall, Hodges and Associates is brand new. And right behind that, we are honored today to have our Burbank Unified School District Superintendent, Dr. Jan Britz. And this is first year for Jan Britz to be superintendent, so we're thrilled to have her joining us today. Welcome.
Thank you, Mary. I'm glad to be here and glad to see all the people come out. What a beautiful day for Burbank on Parade.
Great
Love
to
it.
see you, Dr. Britz. Following,
so much.
the
And
superintendent is the school board
congratulations.
president.
Thank you, Mary.
Congratulations on Measure S passing, a big deal for this community.
Yes, it is.
School board president, Larry Applebaum. Larry is a lifelong Burbank resident who's completing his second term on the Board of Education. He's currently serving as the president. Now, the vice president of the school board here looks like he's coming up in something right out of the Beverly Hillbillies. That's Dave Kemp, who, Dave was a Burbank High School teacher from 1966. Dave, you can't be that old. What were you, 3 when you started teaching? 2, okay. He taught right through 2000, science, health, and physical education, and he was first elected to the board in 2003, then he was elected again in 2007, 2011. Dave, great to see you in today's parade.
Thank you for all your service, Dave. We appreciate it. Got a little technical difficulty here. That's what happens. He's going to get out, though, and make this happen. The wizard. There you go. At least he didn't make you do it, Dave. Next up, we have our school board clerk, Roberta Reynolds. Roberta Reynolds is the clerk of the Board of Education. She was elected to the board in 2007 and then again in 2011. She is a graduate of Burbank High School. We don't hold that against her. Her 2 daughters, Stephanie and Danielle, are also Burbank High alumni, and Danielle is a teacher at Providencia Elementary. They are making Burbank their life's work. Dr. Reynolds is a manager of outpatient pharmacy services at Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital. She is a past president of Burbank Council PTA and remains an active PTA participant. Thank you, Roberta.
And rounding out our school board is school board member Ted Bunch. Ted, again, just like Dave, was a teacher at Jordan Middle School from 1962 to 1990, and then at John Burroughs High School until he retired in 1999. Taught social science, driver's ed, and AP history. He was elected to the Board of Education in 2003, and he served 2 terms as the board's president. Good to see you today, Ted.
And behind that, yeah, how great is this? This is Burbank Unified School District principals and staff coming out with a big shout out to the Burbank community, thanking them for passing Measure S. And thank you for all you do for our Burbank kids.
You can tell it's a Saturday.
Thank you.
Every major player in the school district is here on Olive Avenue.
That's great. How nice to see that participation level.
Wow, look at this, Mary. War Horse and Military Heritage Foundation is with us today. And they're paying homage to the film The Lives of a Bengal Lancer from back in 1935. That's a tribute to Henry Hathaway's classic film that starred Gary Cooper. And the War Horse and Military Heritage Foundation prides itself on presenting military history of the horse, the rider, and the equipment. The uniforms are all detailed to correctly honor the proud history of the horse.
They're not just riding, they're performing for us today. How wonderful is that? And we're followed by the Burbank Masonic family, another long time tradition. of this parade, and they're always out here.
It's interesting. The Masons with us today. You know, a lot of people don't stop and think about it, but the Masons really played a role in the film industry. Our theme today, let's go to the movies. People here in California know, for many years, the Shrine Auditorium in downtown Los Angeles was the home of the Academy Awards. So see all the tie-ins to the theme here today? There's Norm Furman right up in the front there, so many other great members of our Masonic family here in town.
And they're one of our award winners today too, I see. So, and they are comprised of civic fraternal organizations that include the Burbank and Magnolia Park Masonic Lodges, Order of the Eastern Star, and the Burbank Shrine Club. Also, their youth groups include the Job's Daughters, Bethel 97, and Lawrence C. Kelly, chapter of D. Malay. And we're thrilled to have them. They're kind of an annual tradition, and we look forward every year to seeing these local folks participate. You're welcome. Thank you. And another one of our great sponsors, Warner Brothers. They step up every year, and they make it possible for Burbank on Parade to participate. So a big shout out to Warner Brothers Studios. How appropriate that they are participating today with our theme of Let's Go to the Movies.
And the good people from the Warner Brothers Fire Department who work in a partnership to a certain extent with our with our city fire department.
When the studios are such a big part of our community, but they have their own fire department in order to protect and take care of the resources, and also to protect city resources. So we do work very closely.
As everyone knows, I would hope, we are in the middle of an election cycle here in the city of Burbank to elect new members of our school board and our city council. Council member elect Bob Frutos is with us today. Bob was just recently elected to the Burbank City Council, and he, for the past 27 years, has served with the LAPD. And Bob, congratulations, great to see you. We'll be seeing you for the next at least 4 years in the parade.
Definitely. Thank you, and I want to thank the community for the support. This is a great day, community spirit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.
And I hear it coming down the parade route. This is another long-standing tradition of Burbank on Parade. We'll give you a little background and then let you just enjoy. This is the Real Cowboys. They are an organization made of actors, actresses, musicians, and stunt people from Western films. And how appropriate that they're here today. And another one of our float winner entries. They have a Western-themed float with members decked out in full cowboy gear. The musicians are performing a variety of live country western music. They have approximately 40 members, and let's listen.
The Real Cowboys.
They are the real.
That's R-E-E-L.
How appropriate for today.
Some of them look like R-E-A-L Cowboys too.
Correct. And another one of our sponsors just passed us by, McDonald's. Thank you, and a shout out to McDonald's for and the Cusimano banner for being sponsors.
And you know, Mayor, of course, the good people at our local McDonald's restaurants have been great sponsors with us over the years. You know, everybody knows Ronald McDonald, but you have to be in a Southern California parade to see Ronald in his sunglasses like that. I mean, you know, come on, it's SoCal, he's hip.
You're looking sunny. You're looking sunny. Thank you for being here, Ronald McDonald. Thank you.
All right.
And girls cannot be outdone, but here comes Burbank High School Bulldog Marching Band and Color Guard. The Burbank High School Bulldog Marching Band and Color Guard are celebrating 104 years of musical pride and excellence. They're actually older than the city of Burbank, folks. They are under the leadership of director Michael Stanley. The band is led in performance by drum major Dana Clarino and assistant drum majors Johnny Hahn and Jordan Nestun. The color guard is under the direction of Mr. Bill Gallimore and Mrs. Amy Ferguson and led by Captain Tyler Brooks.
Great, huh? Hey, Mary, look, the theme of our parade this year, let's go to the movies. Well, we're bringing the movies to Olive Avenue in the parade here by way of many cars that are going to be well known from different TV shows and films. You know, whenever you watch a television show or film, you don't necessarily stop and think about it, but every vehicle that you see is a part of the transportation department and what they have provided. So you have the picture vehicles that are the more well-known ones, and then you have a lot of those background vehicles as part of the transportation department. This is Star Cars, and Star Cars Central Motion Picture Club was founded by Nate Truman, and they're a Hollywood-based TV and movie car group of owners and builders of famous vehicles. And you'll probably see, let's see, Kit from Knight Rider, remember that? Oh, Herbie from The Love Bug. And Claudia Wells from the 1982 film Herbie.
A turtle band from Teenage Mutant, James Bond, DB6. Wow.
Oh, this is great. I mean, how many times do you look down Olive Avenue and see all of these well-known vehicles? The Time Machine from Back to the Future, the famous DeLorean. And let's see, what do I see there? The Magnum PI car, I recognize. The Bullet Mustang from Steve McQueen's film Bullet.
Looks like we got one or two superheroes in the mix as well. So what a great addition to today's parade and perfect for the theme.
You know, the other thing is, for those of you who have not had the opportunity to take the Warner Brothers studio tour, it's an absolutely wonderful way to see a lot of great classic cars. They have wonderful real picture cars that have been used in the shows that are on display when you take the tour. I see the Batmobile. There's been so many Batmobiles now, but this is the 1989 Batmobile, the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. Just went down the street. Let's see what else we're seeing here.
What a great collection to have joining us though this morning.
Oh, the Christine car. Remember that? That was an interesting film. Pee-wee's bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure also just recently passed us. Let's see. Oh, James Bond's BMW. This one's from James Bond's Tomorrow Never Dies. And I think I'm actually also seeing the Jaguar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. And I think we kicked this off with Pee-wee's bike. I missed that. But, we did do that.
The Jaguar, of course, is from the Austin Powers film. I believe it was first seen in Goldmember. And Austin's sitting in the back there. He's looking a little flat, but...
Not exactly 3D today,
He's
Frank.
there with Dr. Evil. Wow, remember Starsky and Hutch? Now you wouldn't remember. Much too young, Mary. Excuse me.
I actually love that
All
show.
right. Oh, Smokey and the Bandit. Wow, remember Burt Reynolds?
Yes.
Great film that was. He looks like Burt Reynolds driving that thing, doesn't he? Look at him. Well, that's a lot of fun. You know, there's so many people in Southern California, especially in the Burbank area, who are so into classic cars and classic vehicles. You know, almost everywhere you go in the United States, car enthusiasts know about the Road Kings.
Yeah, absolutely. And on a total different plane, you started out talking about how unique it is that right here in the city of Burbank, we have an equestrian district where people are lucky enough and proud enough and horse enthusiastic enough to own their own horses. So right down there with them is our wonderful equestrian center, and of course it is the home to the Fiesta of the Spanish Horse celebration every year. The Fiesta of the Spanish Horse is a nonprofit 501c3 foundation, and it raises funds and awareness for cancer research by featuring these beautiful horses that we're about to be treated to, as well as dancers and musicians in the night of the beauty and history. And they can be traced back to the horse of the Iberian Peninsula, one of the ancient breeds of the world. Today you see the Andalusian, who is the most impressive sight with his beauty and proud bearing and natural high action. These horses are so versatile that they are ridden in all disciplines, including hunt seat, saddle seat, western driving, dressage, trail trials, team pinion, and reining. In Spain, Portugal, and Mexico, they are used for bullfighting and moving cattle. Beautiful entry, and we thank them for coming out today with these beautiful horses, and with a reminder that the Fiesta of the Spanish Horse will be held Saturday, May 7th, right here at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center, which is located in our equestrian district here in the city of Burbank.
An amazing event if you've never been to it. A couple of our sponsors coming down the trail. Thank you so much to Panera Bread for making the parade happen today. Another one of our sponsors, located in downtown Burbank. They're proud to be involved and support the parade today. They're located next to the AMC Theater there on Palm Avenue. So, visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And, well, thank you very much. I got a couple little free samples there. So, you guys are great. Thank you so much to the good people over at Panera Bread and Panera Catering.
They're a wonderful addition to our community in our downtown Burbank.
As is on the other side of town, the Marriott and the LA Burbank Marriott. All the good folks from over there. How many events, in the city of Burbank, up at the Castaway or at the Equestrian Center, or of course at the Marriott. That's
Absolutely.
where everybody goes.
Lucky to have them in town, and what a great thing that you're all coming out today to join us for the parade. And Marriott loves Burbank, and we love the Marriott, and we love the fact you're sponsors. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you good people.
Well, Mary, as you and I think maybe some others know, organization very near and dear to my heart, the volunteers of the Burbank Animal Shelter. And these wonderful folks, the shelter staff, they care for, of course, the abandoned and orphaned animals that are found in Burbank. And today's float represents the educational work the volunteers have been doing within their organization, branching out into the community with outreach. Look at that beautiful guy or girl there in the front seat who
a four-legged
is looking
celebrity.
for a home. Corella DeVille, oh wow, I hope that Dalmatian behind you is being a little careful. These people do so much wonderful work at our shelter, and please remember folks, if you are looking for a pet, please do not go to pet stores. Please make sure that you check out our local shelters where there are so many beautiful pets who are looking for homes.
Another great organization right behind our animal shelter volunteers is our Burbank Coordinating Council, who are celebrating 80 years strong of service to Burbank. Since 1933, they have helped low-income families with camperships. Last year, they sent 50 children to camp and provided 575 families with holiday baskets this past December. Thanks for all you do, and congratulations on 80 years.
And our good friends from Dilbeck Real Estate. Wow, you guys are looking great. Kind of really falling into the film theme there from The Wizard of Oz. I'm seeing Dorothy and well, there's even Toto. I'm seeing a couple Dorothys here. And the Scarecrow, all of the characters from The Wizard of Oz.
And it looks like they were awarded, David, with first place in the novelty. Congratulations, first place. Thank you, Dilbeck, for getting in the theme of things, but also for being a sponsor for this great event.
Mary, you've done this parade for quite a few years, and this next organization, I think you've seen participate, well, I can't remember a time they haven't participated.
I can't either, and this is another one that's an all-volunteer and beautiful. They are keeping a great tradition alive, and this is the Ballet Folklorico Mexica Azteca, and they are an award-winning dance company, and they have placed first for 5 consecutive years in Burbank on Parade. Mexico Aztecas was founded at St. Finbar Catholic Church in Burbank in 1987. The group started with only 6 dancers, and over the years, the group has grown and prospered and now have over 3,000 participants. Mexico Azteca has 4 groups that meet once a week. They use a positive approach to this art form, and it empowers members with knowledge and the pride of their heritage. They encourage parental participation as a formula for success, and the children are taught commitment, self-discipline, and team spirit. And more than that, they are colorful, they are beautiful, and a rich part of the Burbank history. So welcome today, and thank you for being here. Gorgeous, gorgeous outfits. Thank you so much for your participation. Look at these beautiful young ladies and young gentlemen, and how great keeping this colorful tradition alive. They're one of my favorite entries, I have to admit it, every year.
How great that we live in a part of the world that we get to experience so much cultural diversity and get to learn so much about other people's cultures. For me, it's the food.
Well, that too, but as you look out on this and you see the rich history and the color of the costumes, aren't we grateful that they have kept this alive and built it to be such a strong organization right here in Burbank? So we're thrilled every year to see them, but they do lots of other events citywide. So if you get the opportunity to see them and get a little of their dancing part of it, by all means do so. And to the parents who support it, a big shout out. Thank you for all you do. You keep it alive, and that's very important in this town. Thank you.
Mary, earlier in the parade today, we got to see our elected officials, both our who represent us nationally on the federal level, state level, and of course our city council members. 2 other elected officials who play a vital role in every Burbanker's life, whether they know it or not, are our city treasurer and our city clerk, who are next in line here.
Absolutely, and they're new to the parade this year. Not necessarily new, because our new city treasurer is Debbie Kutka. She's actually formerly a member of the school board, so this is not unusual for her to be in our parade, but we are thrilled that she's here this year in a new capacity, and she is our brand new city treasurer. Congratulations, Debbie. We are thrilled to have you taking care of all the funds in the city of Burbank. You're a Burbank treasurer, and we appreciate all your service.
And she, of course, riding with her husband Kurt. Great to see you. Followed up by our brand new city clerk, Zizette Mullins. And Zizette was actually appointed to the city clerk back in 2012, and then recently just outright won an election to serve as our city clerk.
And of course, she's getting in a plug. We've got one more election, so she's not around town without sending the message, vote.
Even in the parade, still doing her job.
Thank you, Suzette. Congratulations. Now showing, keeping in the spirit of let's go to the movies, is our Jordan Middle School cheer team. This is our Jordan Middle School cheer team. They really don't need an introduction. They're doing well for their own. And they are here with their movie-themed float, and the girls have dressed up a little to play the part of their favorite movie stars at the theater.
You know, Mary, this is kind of a special thing. We always think of our local businesses and corporations and studios really stepping up to the plate and helping us put this parade on. Here's a private couple, Mr. and Mrs. Herwin Swearingen, who believe in the parade and believe in the community spirit. And people who are just, great community members decided they wanted to get out there, and they also wanted to sponsor this parade and be a part of what makes it possible. And boy, everybody on this parade route, everybody in the city of Burbank owes you a real tip of the hat for stepping up to the plate and making this possible.
Thank you, and thank you for serving as examples to others, that the parade wouldn't be here without people like you. Welcome to the parade, and thank you for your support.
And following up here is the Toluca Lake School Drill Team. The Toluca Lake School Drill Team is managed and directed by Susan Maya and Annette McDuffie. And they are an energetic bunch there, to say the least. Our neighbors, of course, to the west, Toluca Lake.
Check out the uniform. Did they get in the spirit of things today? Nice job, ladies. Nice job. Your spirit is contagious. We appreciate the spirit you bring into the playground.
It's so great also that our local realtors understand how vital this parade is. Look, I told the story before. Someone decided they actually wanted to move here to the city of Burbank after seeing a parade like this, which, you know, Mary, really, hey, you know, there's the Rose Parade and there's, you know, the Macy's Day Parade, but this is really a throwback to the small little town community parades that, of course, people have seen and enjoyed throughout this country since, you know, the beginning of its history.
That's right. And we talked, this is an all-volunteer effort, so...
And the people at Media West Realty are a part of that. And it's so great to have you guys with us today.
And another one of our award winners, first place, Globe Commercial, outstanding job. And of course, we have another outstanding sponsor, very proud to have here in our community, Disney, and they are a sponsor this year. And a little shout out to all the volunteers who are walking the banners down the parade route, part of our scouting organizations, but we couldn't do it without them.
You know, this is a big year for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life here in Burbank. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary here in our community this year. And they're, of course, going to be doing their annual Relay for Life on May 4th and 5th at Johnny Carson Park this year. All, of course, dressed in purple. The work that they do is so vital and so important to so many people. You know, Mary, it's sad, but it's true. You hardly ever meet someone who has not been touched by cancer in their family at one point or another.
And they do a great job. And their banner this year is hope. And hope, what a great message, because it's all about, we want to live in a time where we can fight cancer, and that's what their activity is all about. So we'd encourage you to support them. It's a great event annually. And we have another sponsor, two sponsors actually, the Burbank Town Center and our very own Burbank City Federal Government Credit Union, and carried today again by some of our local scouts, and we thank them for being here and helping us bring our sponsors down the route so that everybody recognizes the vital part that they play.
You know, Mary, we always talk about the wonderful businesses, and now we even see private people who are willing to support this parade, all of the committee members who do so much to make this work. But you know, we also have to remember our wonderful good friends at Burbank Channel 6 and our city's public